Hi, it's Jess from Rhode Island Kids Consignment. Today, this is my partner, Jonna. That's one of the really cool things to do while you're prepping your items for your sale is if you get your kids involved, it does help and it actually makes it go faster. So, I'm going to use her as an example today to show how it can be helpful sometimes. So today I'm going to show you how to prep your books, your puzzles, and games. You can sell books individually depending on what kind of book it is, or you can group them together by season, if it's all spring things, if it's all dog books, if it's all the similar kind of book, like I have a bunch of little golden books right now, you can do a bunch of golden books together. But a really good thing to do is if you are going to group them together is to get an index card and to write the titles of all the books involved in the group. So that way when someone's digging through a bunch of stuff and they look up and they see a bunch of golden books, you can't tell what all those books are once they're bundled together. So that way you'll be able to look, you'll be able to see, oh, 2 Paw Patrol books, a Thomas book, the day Snuffy had sniffles, you'll be able to tell what you're buying. So first group I'm going to do is I'm going to group a bunch of Disney books together. So I have a Lion King, a Disney Princess, a Monsters, Inc., and a Lady and the Tramp. So if I'm going to do that, the best way to tape books is with painter's tape. So you definitely need some painter's tape for when you do this. Another way is to use rubber bands to get them all together. So that's what I'm going to do to bundle these together. Just take rubber bands, you know. That's pretty good. You could do 2 on both, going both directions, just to get a little more, so they stick together a little bit better. And then you want to take your price tag, and like I said, with painter's tape, because painter's tape won't rip the book. If you use anything else besides painter's tape, there's a chance when the person's removing the tag after they have purchased it that it may pull up some of the pages or ruin the book a little bit. So it's always good to tape over the barcodes. That's a good thing to do. We suggest that you do that. So just tape on both sides. And when you are taping, do not tape over the barcode of the actual label. So the barcode that's going to be printed on the tag for the sale, don't tape over that because it'll be hard once you bring it up to scan. The ladies up front usually have a hard time if you've taped over the barcode. Another key thing is, I don't know if you can tell, but I actually purchased this book for $1 somewhere. If I'm trying to sell this bundle of 4 books for $2.50 and they see that there's a $1 price tag on the front of the book, they will have to sell this for $1. So you have to make sure, if you have anything like that, make sure you remove this $1 sticker, because that's a rule, that's a state law that needs to be followed for the sale. So make sure if you have anything purchased at a lower price than what you're selling it at, that you remove the sticker or the tag or whatever it is. Okay, so there we go. You can, if you have certain books that fit in Ziploc bags, you can Ziploc bag them, but make sure that you put the price tag on the outside of the Ziploc bag. And make sure, but once again, if you list all of the books that are in the group, that would be perfect. All right, so you want to take these Assistant. So we have this allowance game, and kids mostly know, I mean, I don't know, my kids do, know what pieces go with what games, and make sure that everything's there. So that's a good thing to ask them and do. Like make sure all the colors are there, make sure all the pieces are there. Make sure that you have all of the pieces to every game and it's in like the best condition that it can possibly be. A good question to ask yourself when selling a game is if I'm buying this game, how I'm packaging up, and I opened it after I bought it at the sale, would I be disappointed in the condition that it is? Would I be disappointed that it's missing a piece or two? It's missing the directions? It's really important that you ask yourself that, because you don't want to buy a game with like a ripped board or missing a piece or two, or it doesn't have all the instructions. That would be a really bummer to come and take it home. They do get checked in at check-in, but I mean, I don't know how much all the people that check in really know what belongs to every single game. So a game like this, it's in a cardboard box. Once again, painter's tape is a great thing to use. You just tape the sides up like that. Make sure that it stays closed. You can do that a few times on every side, all along the box. You want to make sure that you're keeping it and sealing it. So if someone's looking at it at the sale, if it gets dropped or knocked off the shelf or anything, it's not going to bust open and pieces aren't going to fall out. That's a perfect way to do games. Painter's tape is your friend. And once again, like I said, with the tags, this one actually doesn't have a barcode that I'm seeing, so you can really just do that one anywhere. But if it does have a barcode, do it over the barcode. And you can tape that with painter's tape again. So that's games. I have another one here, Hi-Ho Cherry-O. Once again, just make sure that you have the instructions. You know, you have everything's in working, good condition. Make sure that you count out all the pieces. We don't want Hi-Ho Cherry-O with, you know, 10 of every color except for red. There's only 5. Make sure that it's as good as possible. Right? We got all the puzzle pieces. All of that's good, right? And this is another one. This one did have a price tag, but it's mostly off. I can peel the rest of that off. But here's another good one to do the tape all around. Make sure that it's sealed nice and shut. Puzzles is a really great thing to get your kids involved with, because I certainly don't want to sit on the floor and do up 6 50-piece puzzles to make sure that they have all the pieces. We're not going to sit down at check-in and do a 100-piece puzzle and make sure that it has all 100 pieces. That's just something that we're not going to do. We can't do. We don't have enough time to do it. So we're just taking it as you're telling us it has all the pieces. Okay, we're trusting that it has all the pieces. So I just made sure that it had all the pieces because she sat and she did it. So once again, now that we know that it has all the pieces, you want to tape the box shut as best as you possibly can. Keep it sealed for the sale. Close that box up. And price tag it on the barcode with your tape. And then it's good to go. There we go. Ready to go. Same thing with puzzles like this. This is like an awkward shape. So you would just tape all along the tops like this to make sure that it stays closed. And you seal it up nice. So that's what you would do with a container like this. Just want to make sure everything's sealed and going to be good to go. The best thing to do with something like this is to probably just put it in a baggie. And that's good to go just like that. And then you put the price tag on the outside of the bag. If it's on the inside of bags or underneath plastic or anything like that, it's hard to scan the barcode when it gets up to checkout. So that's why we like the tags on the outsides of bags. So once again, just tape it like that, and something like that's good to go. Melissa and Doug puzzles, big puzzles like this. This is like a magnet puzzle, so it's one that like you're going fishing, so it has this extra piece too. Make sure that any magnet puzzles have the extra pieces like this, or any Melissa and Doug puzzles with music that when you lift the piece up, it makes noise. Those have to be in working condition. They have to make noise when you lift the pieces up, or else it won't be accepted. So make sure that you change batteries of anything that needs batteries, especially with games or anything. So puzzles like this is kind of hard, especially the ones with the bigger, chunkier pieces. Lots of people come with the puzzles like this. Okay. Being helpful. Okay, so some people come with the pieces taped in like this, which is all right, but when it gets moved around, put on shelves and stuff, it does fall and it can rip off, which is unfortunate because you don't want to lose the pieces that go to the puzzle, you know. And eventually, if this gets moved around a lot, it can just come off eventually, and then the pieces are no longer with the puzzle, and what do we do with this? We can't sell this. And what do we do with this? We can't sell this. But someone that I checked in a couple sales ago, I saw come in with the best solution for wrapping puzzles like this, and that's saran wrap. So lay your saran wrap out like this, and then just place the puzzle in there. And then just go over the puzzle. Like that. And you just wrap it a couple of times. You don't want to wrap it like sloppy because you want to be able to see the puzzle that that you're selling. And then this has this extra piece in here, so I can either, I'll probably do it like that, on top like that. Or I could do it on the back. Either way. So then I'll actually, better be safe than sorry, secure that with some tape. And then wrap it a couple more times.
You know, babies are sleep.
Our baby's waking up right now, it sounds. So good thing I'm almost done with this. So then, you just want to cut it off. And then just secure the sides like that. And this puzzle isn't going anywhere. You're not going to lose any of those pieces. That's good to go. Watch out. So this is like the greatest solution to puzzles like this, because these pieces aren't, I mean, they're not going anywhere. So that's the greatest way to do that. And then once again, tag on the outside of the plastic. It's hard to scan through the plastic, so painter's tape again with that, and that's good to go. Any questions, once again, use the Facebook group. It's really helpful. Make sure that you read your consignor agreement. There's lots of questions that are coming on the Facebook group that can be found in the consignor agreement. So make sure that you read that. And I'll be back again with a shoes video. See you guys later.